Hello guys, welcome back to another video, and today we are going to be talking about, is Fortnite dying right now? Or is going to die soon? And before we get started with anything, I would like to say if we could get 5 likes, that would be nice. And anyway, let's get started with, first thing I have to mention before any of this is that I've watched a few videos of people claiming that Fortnite is dying. And these are the main things I've noticed over all of them, which is the main reason that connects all of them is that Epic Games is trying to make new players have an easier time in Fortnite and noobs so that they can get more success in their business, and they're just trying to make the pro players not be as OP and making the skill gap less of a skill gap between pro and noob. So the reason why, first off, that people say this is because of one thing I'm about to name, and that is Bloom. That's one reason, which Bloom. So the idea of Bloom to a lot of people is just, okay, so I should just explain what Bloom is first, which is it's basically where your shots, even if your curse is over someone's head or whatever, there's a chance the computer randomly decides if you hit or not, even if your cursor's on top of their head. And the nice thing about this, though, is that the higher the rarity is of your gun, so if you have a legendary scar, that's the best AR you can have besides the Moss, the more accurate it is because of less Bloom. The idea behind it to a lot of people, and the reason why they think it's killing Fortnite right now, is because it's making it so that pro players are not killing the noobs as easily, and they're trying to make it harder. And I actually disagree with this. What do I think? I think that they've added Bloom so that you can't just go against a guy who has 100% accuracy, who's pro, and just completely wrecks you, and you might be like 75% accurate. And it's not fair battle. Even if you know how to build, they're going to be 100% accurate, meaning they take 100% of those shots. I mean, it's mostly unlikely, but 100% of those shots are going straight at your building, whatever they want to have it at, and it's not fair. Then the other reason why people think, another reason really, is shotguns are being nerfed as well as explosives, sort of. First off, let me just say, explosive is kind of a side thing where people are like, well, you nerfed the RPG. Why? Because it's too easy to kill people with it? The most recent nerf with it was with the rockets, not the actual RPG, and really it was just, oh yeah, you can have only a limited amount instead of, the actual, like, unlimited amount before. But people are like, well, that's not fair, and like they're doing it so that noobs don't get one-hit kills in RPG. Honestly, if you have to think about it, they're already overpowered. They're just trying to make it so that you can't just shoot tons of rockets over and over and over and over without having a limitation. Because if you had like 50 rockets, you basically won the game. Anyway, back to shotguns. So, the main key thing that a lot of people, especially this one guy, said was shotguns. They're nerfing shotguns for no reason. Why are they doing this? Why? They nerfed the pump. First they got rid of double pump. Honestly, I don't know why anyone would call that a nerf. That's just balancing the shotguns again. It's not really a nerf, though, in my opinion. I think it's just, we're fixing a bug. Really, it was just a bug, and they kept it in the game longer than they probably should have. And then they nerfed the pullout time of a pump. Honestly, you gotta think, the pump is probably the most nerfed shotgun in the game right now, and you could say all you want that, dude, they're ruining the pump, they're ruining the game, it's gonna die because you're making it harder for people to get kills with the pump. Well, why? Because they have a heavy shotgun, and the main reason why I don't agree with this because they have the heavy shotgun, which is higher rarity. What does higher rarity mean? It means you have a better gun all around, better gun that is rarer in return of being better. And before this, there was the pump, which was the best gun in the shotgun in the game. Most people's favorites, but even purple tack was but you found the pump all the time, and it wasn't even that rare, and it still isn't that rare, and it was one of the most OP weapons ever because it was a one-shot kill. What do you think you would do if you were in charge of shotguns? Would you just keep them how they were and let people keep dying? It's actually benefiting every single person who's plays in this game right now because you're not being one shot. There's way less of a chance of just getting one shot with a pump in the face by a guy who doesn't even have good accuracy. Because all you needed was a body shot and you could easily get a one-hit kill. That was OP. And then people are like, well, that's not fair, They nerfed the shotgun so much. I mean, it's not gonna kill Fortnite. Plus, I mean, yeah, sure, it's making it harder for good players to kill people all around, but you gotta think, it was just so easy to use, and I'm pretty sure Epic does not want a gun that's pretty easy. The only thing you needed with the pump was, hey, you need accuracy. With the heavy, you actually need the accuracy, but as well as the skill to actually survive the game and get it. And they also nerfed the tack, but it's not that big of a deal. That's why I didn't mention it. Mainly the pump is the one. And a lot of people are like, oh my god, they ruined the pump. They really didn't. They're fixing the game so you can't get one pumped. Anyway, the last thing everyone's saying is, hey, they're nerfing building materials. And this one, I actually sort of agree with, but sort of not. Half of me agrees with it and half of me not. And a lot of people say, well, they nerfed it so that you have I think 10 or 5 less materials from the supply drops, which honestly, that one I do agree with, because I'm like, why do you do that, Epic Games? Like, really, if you're really gonna nerf like that, what's the big difference? You should at least nerf it bigger than that. Like, if there's really a point of nerfing it, then there should be a bigger nerf. That's so small that it's ridiculous. And so then anyway, they also nerfed llamas. And this is the part that I really feel like llamas have gone useless, in my opinion. But I could see why Epic Games did it, and it makes sense. Well, you gotta think. So, Fortnite's a game where you just walk right in, you get supplies, you kill people to get better stuff usually, and you use the stuff against other players. Fortnite's not a game where you open up a random thing that's super rare and gets 1,500 materials from it, and then you use it against other players. I mean, llamas are rare, so I do find that kind of disturbing that they make something super rare way worse, but I feel like it was overpowered when you would find llama because you had 1,500 materials and half the people on the map probably don't even have 500 yet, and they're going out farming. And so you already had an advantage. Plus, the other thing is, you have your stuff for the game basically with materials, and so it's not really fair for other people. So I kind of see why they nerfed it, but honestly, the main point of why they nerfed is also because it's not fun. Well, I mean, not fun, but it's not really fair for someone to just find something that gives them everything they need so that they do well, instead of someone actually trying to get the materials themselves. And I mean, it's really annoying that they did it because, in squads, it's hard to split 600 materials evenly over 1,500, but they did it for that reason. I wish they didn't nerf it as much, but that's just my opinion. Honestly, I don't really think it's a big deal. They did nerf it a lot, but yeah, whatever. Anyway, those are the 3 reasons why people think it's Fortnite. So, the question is Fortnite actually dying right now, or is going to die? And the answer is most likely not. Now, it depends how people take take this, because some people probably are like, oh my god, you know, they're nerfing the shotguns like crazy. Time to quit Fortnite forever, because they're gonna nerf all my favorite guns. I've seen people who are like, oh my god, they're nerfing all the good guns in the game, so that players can't just one-shot people or do well with a weapon. What they want is people to just go to a weapon and then get nerf it until it's so bad that no one uses it, and then they remove it. That's not what Epic is doing. They're trying to make it balanced. Anyway, so yeah, that's the answer. Fortnite is not dying, but it depends on how you take a look at it. If you think that they're trying to nerf the RPG and then make you use the rocket launcher, oh my, words are weird. Okay, do you think they're trying to make you if you think they're trying, Epic Games is trying to make you love the rocket launcher so that they can nerf it, then you can think that, but that's not what they're doing. They're not nerfing the rocket launcher just because, you know, everyone's so good with it. I mean, you gotta think explosives. That's not the case. I mean, with the explosives, it is the case. You know, it's easy to use because it explodes, and explosions in real life do damage. Anyway, so hopefully you guys enjoyed. Yeah, please make sure to subscribe, and goodbye.